Hello, fellow Stitchers. I'm Cher Johnston. Welcome to my happy place. Today, we're going to experiment. We're playing with not these. These are the Inktense blocks, which I have, and you can't tell what the colors are. So this is what we're actually playing with. These are pencils. This one is 0700 fuchsia. That's that color right there. So what I did is I took some that I want to play with and I wrote down the number and I scribbled a little bit because I thought maybe if I just took my brush like this and went like that, maybe I could get some color. Didn't really get enough color. So what I'm going to do is get the color like that. There we go. And I don't need much because I have a bunch of strips of fabric here that I cut into pieces. This is like lace. So it's partly, I don't know what that is. I think it might be cotton. I think it's all cotton, but it's they're coming out different colors. So see, now I'm going to take this and I forget what color this was. And then I have this pan here. I'll show you this in a minute. These are the colors that I've already done. That's yellow and orange and red and then some pinks. And now this one I think is purple. So I'm putting these to the side. This is just parchment paper that I'm setting them on to dry. And then I have a piece of cheesecloth to get the rest of that out of there. And then clean the brush in the Mitzi water. I'll be sure to change it before she drinks it. All right, next is 0760. This one, this might be this. Let's see. 07 is deep violet. If I wanted to paint a design, I would take my fabric and I would iron it to the waxy side of freezer paper. And then it would be flat on there, it wouldn't move around, and I could paint on it. But I don't want to paint on this. I just want different colors to sort of test them out. So I'm going to do one more with you on camera. And then this one is 1100. This is a blue kind of You can't really tell what color it is until you put the water on it. So 1100 is deep indigo. And I need just a touch more water on. Oh yeah, let's get a little bit more of this ink. And these are not watercolor pencils. They're ink. That's why they're called Inktense. They don't act the same as watercolor pencils. With a watercolor pencil, you can get it wet. Like if you're painting with watercolor, uh, you can get it wet and it reactivates and you can lift it off the paper. You can't do that with Inktense. With watercolors, if you paint one spot blue and then you paint pink over top of it, the two colors will blend together. Like the pink will lift up the blue and they sort of blend together. And Inktense doesn't do that. They you can see the blue underneath the pink, but they don't like blend. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm explaining that correctly. Okay, I'm going to finish the rest of these colors off camera and I'll come back and show you what we have here. Okay, there they are in all their loveliness. I wanted to say a couple things that I noticed. When I started out, I think I was using too much water, and then I stopped that. Let me turn on my light. I don't know how much. Yeah, the light's probably going to change the colors. The other thing is that it will stain your hands. So you should use gloves, but I always forget. But thanks to my new friend Ruth from Australia, my hands are not as dry. I put coconut oil on them. But if they were terribly dry, I would have all kinds of trouble. Anyway, I'm going to let these dry because they're still a little damp. And then I'm going to write the colors on them. You can get these pencils at Hobby Lobby. If you're not in the US, I don't know where you get them, but you can buy individual pencils, or you can buy like a pack of 12 or 24 or something. I would recommend the pencils because I have these blocks, and the blocks are wonderful because there's no wood. You know what I mean? It's just ink. But there's no place on the packaging that tells you what colors they are. And one of these colors might be the same as what I have. And you can tell this one here is one of my favorites. Yeah, and I have some that I rarely use at all. And maybe I should test those on some fabric. I did test them here on fabric. I just took a paintbrush and got some color and then did a little swipe which is not the same as making a little bit of ink and dunking fabric in it. The other thing that I forgot to mention is that my fabric pieces were all wet. I got them wet in the sink, so they were damp before I put them in the ink. So yeah, that's the other reason that I didn't really need a lot of water. So I'm going to let these dry, and then I'm going to write on them what the colors are. And then if you're interested, you can go and buy that color. These I wanted to make for a reference for myself. Because like, I don't know what color this one is, but I prefer that to this one. And these pinks here, this one is a bit, I don't know, it's a bit bright. I think that this is the dusky purple, which I really like. It's a more muted purple. And this is definitely my favorite green. And you can, you can make them darker or lighter, just depending on how much water you put in. This looks very yellow to me. Okay, so I'm going to let these dry, and then I'll be back. Okay, once again, this is what they look like on paper. And I think, like this one, the leaf green, I think I just need to do, it needs to be darker. And I think the yellow and the tangerine also, I want to do those again, do them a little bit darker, because this tangerine is a really pretty orange. So here's, you can take a picture if you'd like, and let me know which one is your favorite color. I know that I'm going to be doing more. I love this color, but I don't know if it really matches. Like here's a thread that I use. The carmine pink, actually the chili red might match it best. But anyway, I'll have this now that I can match. This green probably matches that leaf green best, but I need to do that again. And I might just take that piece and do it. Anyway, let me just turn the light on again so you can kind of see. I think the light might be washing out the colors. I don't know. Okay, thanks for hanging out with me and Mitzi. Thanks for watching. Bye.